Hello everybody, I'm here at a Thai restaurant, just down the road from the condo, and my house in Toronto when I owned it was just down that street, you know. But now, I'm having the lunch special, I'm getting shrimp as well. I'm from here because it was a nice day. It's about 2 degrees, but it's nice and bright. First bright day we've had in a while. So I had a very good night with the kids, a good morning with the kids, talked to my father, and now I think, you know, I came out to have lunch. Now I think I'm going to go wash the Pacifica. It kind of got a little dirty, by my standards, on the latest road trip, and cleaned it up inside a bit. Now that it's, you know, clean, one has to try to keep it clean. And then PetSmart! I went yesterday, but they have a new sale on today. It's a big excitement in our lives. You know that things are maybe a little dull when the new sale day at PetSmart is like the highlight of the month so far. So anyway, the appetizer was a soup and spring roll and salad. This is the main course, garlic shrimp. It's very good. From here at Car Wash and PetSmart. Bye for now. Hello all 15 to 20 of you on a good day, particularly my friend in the other province. I just washed the car because it had got a little dirty after the road trip, and it's quite nice today. It's about 5 degrees, which, you know, for my out of province friends, that would be like beach weather. So I just washed the car and, you know, have my lunch, wash the car, PetSmart, and then back to the kids. Everybody, I'm so excited! Tiki cat, fussy cat, particularly my fussy cat, but all 3 of my kids really like that one. It's on sale! Buy 4 get the 5th off. Plus, I'm trying those. Those are on sale too. Those are also toppers. Revel. So, and this is on until February 25th. So, a while ago, put away the shopping, spent some time with the kids, just relaxing, working on journal entries. And now I'm just going to, you know, watch some streaming, read, feed the kids, and I might have a salmon burger that I get from Walmart. So that's what's happening so far. So, everybody, good morning. Well, it's about noon. Agita's here, and both the babies are here. One baby there, and one baby there. We had a good night. Yesterday evening, polls ramped up. Kind of strong. But it's okay. I mean, it's the 11-week poll, and with everything else that's been happening, and the whole house thing, and my contractor's gone away for the, but, you know, at least the railing is installed, you know, and I'm just waiting to hear from the plumber, and, you know, he's supposed to be coming end of this week, next week, so, working on all of that, but the polls just really ramped up. It's okay. Made it, you know, stayed in with the kids, had a good night. And today I found out that my sunglasses are ready, not the spare pair. So I might as well take the bus to town, pick those up. And Winterlicious has started, but there's nothing really downtown that I want to have lunch. The list of there are a couple of places around here, and there's a couple of Indian restaurants I want to try up in North York during the Winterlicious, you know, the fixed price lunches and dinners. So that's something to, you know, over the next week or so, I'll check out Winterlicious. So everybody, my brand new sunglasses, and I got the red frames. Now apparently I tried on the ones with the red frames, and you can interchange the arms. So you can put the black arms on and just pull them out and put the other ones on. And both the people there said, this looks better. If I want the black arms, I can interchange it with my new ones, my spares, which haven't arrived yet. And those are like dark gray. So this is very comfortable, very light. Thickness is actually perfect, you know. Same as my other glasses. So very light, very comfortable. Yeah, unfortunately, it's not sunny today, so I don't really get to try them out. I will wear them when I go out. And then, rather than go for try to find a Winterlicious place, I just came here too, in the same underground concourse. And there's, you know, one of the, I think Royal Bank, one of these, you know, building food court thingies. And I just got the Szechuan take, you know, lunch. And because it was end of day, I guess, you know, their day ends at like 4 or whatever. And because it was end of day, she gave it to me for like $8 plus cola plus tax. And she was out of fish So, and I'm not eating chicken or, I haven't eaten beef or anything in years. So she gave me a spring roll, a vegetable spring roll, and a dim sum, the shrimp, the sui mai thing, or harga, or whatever. Good morning, everybody. It's 11:11. We've got Agita there. We've got one of the babies there. And we've got the other baby there. And last night I just stayed in with the kids, did some light reading, and had a good night. Agita on the bed with me at one point, and a baby on the bed at the same time. And then during the night, both babies on the bed with me. And then in the morning, lots of family time, and they fit the kids. And now I might go out for lunch and to see a movie or something. And it might there might be a little bit of sun later, so I can try out my sunglasses. And I'm still waiting to hear about the spare glasses. I think they're taking their time because they're spares, and she's referring to them as spares. I'm very happy with the sunglasses, but I would like to get the second pair as well. So as soon as I hear from them, I'll go pick them up. But she said maybe next week. They're taking their time. So anyway, other than that, I'm happy with the glasses in that place. But let's see when the next pair arrive. So that's what's happening. Just going to relax. Pull a little bit less later yesterday. It was strong in the morning, but after going to town and staying at home with the kids, a little better, So I had a little better today, just a little better. Anyway, that's what's happening. Bye for now. Everybody, it's later in the day. Children are eating. Babies are eating there. Agita's eating there. They seem to enjoy the new flavors. Very, very strong pulls again today, So yesterday it kind of helped when I went out and I picked up the sunglasses and I had a bit of an outing. Today I was home all day and the pulls just really ramped up. So I guess it's just the 11-week thing and all the other things and, just kind of mounting. And the house thing, my contractor has got away. I haven't heard from the plumber. The usual stuff, but that's just usual. But still, it's basically 11 weeks. That's what it is, So, very, very strong. And I came very close, but I managed. I don't know how, but I managed. All the pushes, mainly the kids, but then all the other pushes as well. And I managed not to, I actually did not, checked on arrangements, what's available where, and, but didn't actually go the next step. So, just barely made it. So, stayed in with the kids. I was going to go out for Winterlicious, but at this date, I'm like, and then the other thing I did was I called the doctor's office and I made an appointment for Monday. So at the very least, I don't want to be able to. I want to be able to tell my doctor it's been 12 weeks and not like 4 days. 5 days. So I'm like, I made the appointment and then I have to go for the blood test tomorrow, which means I have to fast tonight. So that gives me something to do tomorrow and then I can go for lunch, Winterlicious lunch. So I've kind of got some plans for tomorrow. So I'm like, okay, there was still a pull after that, but I'm like going, I got to get the blood test. I got to see my doctor. And well, the pulls will probably be very strong next week, but that's next week. We'll deal with that when we get to it. Until then, it's like, I've got Winterlicious stuff. We've got the kids. And I did some writing today. Just really detailed journal entries about the pushes and the pulls. So like 10 pages, I go into a lot of detail, the details that I hold back here. Hello, everybody. I had a good night with the kids. Like I said yesterday, pulls were very strong yesterday. But I wrote it out, and it's better now. So I made an appointment for my doctor on Monday, and today I had to go do the blood test. So I had a good night with the kids, good morning with the kids, pulls lower, and I went for the blood test. And I had to sit and wait for like half an hour, but without an appointment, it wasn't too bad. And now this is my first Winterlicious lunch meal of this Winterlicious week. And I'm at a place that I come to occasionally for lunch. In Bloor West Village. Now, this is kind of odd because usually the Winterlicious works out cheaper because you get a three-course meal, including appetizer, main course, dessert, and they have different price points. So for lunch is like 20, or 27, or 35, or 55 for the more expensive places, and then evening is like 25 for the cheaper places, and some of the cheaper places I've noticed have exactly the same menu for lunch and evening. So I think this is one of the places where it's 20 for lunch, Winterlicious, 3 courses, and 25 for evening, Winterlicious. But it's the same 3 options. So I'm going for the, this is lunch, I went for the aloo tikki. So these are potato cutlets, and it comes with little sauces. I've asked for hot sauce. These are not hot at all. And this papadum. And then my main course will be shrimp, shrimp frazi, and my dessert will be my favorite ras malai. I'll probably get 1 or 2. Now, the difference is, I mean, and that's like for $20. Now, you can come here for lunch, a vegetarian lunch, and you get like, you know, palak paneer or something, and you get an appetizer, you get a couple of appetizers actually, samosa and something else, and you get a dessert, you get 1 gulab jamun, but that's it. You know, that's, you know, there's no choices. This way, I mean, it's costing a bit more. It's like $20, but I mean, you know, I'm getting an appetizer that I wouldn't normally get, 2 aloo tikkis, and I'm getting shrimps, which you normally don't get for lunch at that price point, and I'm getting ras malai, because I forgot to tape while I was actually eating the main course because it was so good that I was so busy eating. But I ate quite a bit. They look huge. They bring 4 massive jumbo shrimps. So I had 2 of them, and I had lots of masala, and I had the vegetables, and I'd already had the aloo tikkis, and I had you know, half the naan. I had rice, and there's this much left over. So I'm like, okay, why not just have it packed the rest, and then it'll be my good supper in the evening. I got rice, and I got shrimps, and there's 2 shrimps, but they're massive, and there's also vegetables and stuff in there. So actually, you know what? Yeah. There's 3 shrimps. So I'm gonna have a very good supper at the same price, you know. So it's excellent, you know. So I'm gonna go home, drop this, grab the bus, go get my glasses, my new glasses, come back, and then I've got a nice supper later with the kids. You know, for dessert, ras malai, and you get 2. I mean, when I go to Brars with the buffet, I have like 10. But, you know, I kind of overdo it. 2 is just right. I got a taste. Everybody on the bus, and I just had time to drop the car, drop off the food, say hi to the kids, and then tell the kids another errand to run. And I run down, and I caught the 3:15 bus. It's 3:14, so I was going to leave it in a minute. In the elevator, a guy commented, Porsche Touque, and he goes, a Ferrari Touque? It's kind of a leaping animal thingy. He didn't see it clearly. And I said, it's a Porsche. And I said, I have an old one. New glasses. Very nice. Lighter, I think, than the other ones. That's like half the price, you know. You can interchange the arms and everything. I had her adjusted slightly. This was pinching a little bit, as it was in the other ones. And she put it in a thing and heated the ends of the arms, and I think it's much better now. If she does it more, then they'll be like slipping off. I think they're very good. Everybody, it's 12:12, and I don't know if that has the same significance, supposedly, what somebody told me, as 11:11. But I do know that 11 is a significant you know, number in numerology. I'm not sure about 12. Well, all numbers have some significance. But anyway, it was 12:12. Now, it's probably 12:13 now. Had a good night. Did some reading last night. Stayed in with the kids. Had the leftover lunch from that Indian place, and there was lots of food left over. Fed the kids. And then had a very good night with babies on the bed. And in the morning, Agita came and settled on the bed and even climbed on my chest for, like, you know, 20 seconds, which for her is height of affection. So everybody, you know, had a good night, a good morning. And so we got Agita was running around all over there. And we've got 2 babies very nicely settled here in the sun. You know, we got 1 baby there, we got 1 baby there. And I'm just about to make a morning journal entry. It is, for me, it's relatively early. It's noon, you know, 12:12, 12:14 probably now. So now I think I'm, you know, and it's the first clear sunny day in quite some time. And I haven't really had a chance to try out my new sunglasses yet. And I'm wearing the new gray ones. They're comfortable. I think they're about the same as the other ones, you know. You know, these are much cheaper. For now, I'm just wearing these daily use, and then we'll see if we can switch back and forth. But they're very nice glasses. Might need slight adjusting, but So I'm planning on going out to town on the bus, wearing my sunglasses and walk around, and I might go to see a movie. Because Argyle, the cat movies, I know it's going to be very silly. Not really, you know, masterpiece filmmaking or anything like that, you know, nothing too intellectually stimulating, but it's got a cat as a spy hero. I mean, how can I not see it on the first day of opening? How can I possibly not? If at all possible. If it works out, then I will see that, you know, so, and I'll tell the kids about it. So that's what's happening. And I may have a Winterlicious lunch, dinner out, or I may just have another dinner, or I may just eat at the cinema, or whatever. Hello, everybody. I'm on. Just got ready very quickly. Wearing my new sunglasses, have my new spares in my pocket, and I'm planning on seeing Argyle. You know, and I might eat out afterwards. Possibly a Winterlicious if something fits, and you know, that's availability. If not, I might just have a snack and come back. We'll see how it goes. Everybody, I'm here at the Cineplex Scotiabank downtown Richmond Street. I took the bus to town, and I got here for Argyle. Got a little early. It was at 2:45. I got here at like 2:15, and I was going to get a combo, and I was going to get a big combo of you know. It's like $20, and points, but I'm using up my points, and it's just way too much popcorn because I don't want to spoil my appetite. I may go for a Winterlicious afterwards. I don't want to be like stuffed. So then I noticed, I was going into the cinema, and then I noticed that they have this the kiddie special again, you know. So and I got the toy. Okay, so where is it? There. I think it's a squirrel. Last time I got the raccoon, and the llama became my drama llama, and I got all the other animals. So this is kind of dumpster rodent weasel-ish. So it's a squirrel. It's kind of like rat-ish. So that's good. I can keep adding to my toy collection. Just so Argyle, it was very, very, very silly. I mean, beyond silly. It was a spoof of you know, James Bond's type, real spoof. It was, now, I saw it mainly because it was a cat, because I thought the cat was sort of the spy. So the cat played a role, but it was sort of a weird role, and I don't think the CATACTOR, was all that great. I mean, he or she just had to sit in the backpack, mostly. There was one or two scenes where, and I think it was, you know, it was done, you know, with that photo op stuff, whatever. I don't think it was real footage, but so I don't think the cat actor was that great. And I was thinking about this kind of thing I think about. But the other day, I finally saw a man called Otto, and I had seen a man called Ove before. I haven't read the book, but I liked a man called Ove, and I finally saw a man called Otto. But I don't really like Tom Hanks very much. But the thing about that movie was I did like the performance by the cat. You know, there was a cat plays a fairly major role, and I think that cat should have got some kind of, Oscar, Puss in Boots award for a performance in a movie by a cat. There should be like an Academy Award for cats. I don't know, possibly for other species, but you know me, I'm not really concerned about other species. So, obviously, that cat was really good. I mean, again, I realize it's probably more than one cat, and it was all very, staged up and stuff. But this cat, I don't think it was a great performance. Not a good movie. There was a cat in it, so it gets automatic points, and the cat played a major role, but the movie was just too stupid, Hello everybody, I'm here at District. It's a bar restaurant on King Street. I think the entertainment district we call it. And I'm having the Winterlicious menu, the second of, I had the Indian Winterlicious lunch yesterday. So, and I saw the movie, which was terrible. The movie was absolutely terrible. But even though there was a cat in it, the movie was awful. So then I thought, okay, the least I can do, I'm out here, I don't have the car, I don't have to worry about parking. Let's do another Winterlicious thing, a slightly higher end place. Now, the front is a little bit higher end. The back is a little bit more like bar, and I think this becomes livelier at night. So, and it was, I think it said in the menu online that the dinner was $35 for the 3 courses. But here, when I saw the listing, I think it said 45. It's okay. I mean, $10 at this point. I mean, you know, I'm not binging. So for appetizer, it looks very good. I'm having the crab cake, and the only thing is, they don't have regular Tabasco. They have sriracha made by Tabasco, and I don't like sriracha. And then they don't have this. Okay, this is the main course. It's salmon. I haven't tasted it yet. 1 second. It's good. Presentation is good. Taste is good. I'm just not a huge fan of that. That is, you know, I would have preferred regular Tabasco. I think it screwed it up by mixing it with the sriracha. But the food is actually very good. You know, pesto and a nice rice, very good presentation, nice meal. You know, a little pricey, but nice meal. Chocolate torte, very rich, but good. I'm gonna finish this quickly and then try to catch a $6.45 bus back. Bye for now. Got up in the morning and all 3 kids were on the bed. Of course, as I started taking the video, Agita got up. But one baby's there, and Agita was on the corner. But of course, she doesn't like that to be recorded in video, so she got up. Anyway, that has really made my night. That is really amazing. All 3 kids on the bed with me. Anyway, I'm going to get up and give the kids some treats and then go back to bed. Bye for now. I'm here at Gourmet Kitchen up in North York somewhere, Bayview and Shepherd. It's a big mall here, I didn't even know about it. And they have a $27 lunch special. Now for lunch, in the appetizer you can get fish. So I got the breaded fish. It is dry breaded, it's very good, it's tasty, you know. And Gourmet Cuisine does feature a lot of fish items, fish and shrimp. However, for the Winterlicious lunch mains, it was either vegetarian or chicken. And I went for it. I haven't eaten chicken in a long time, 2 months, but I'm like, if I'm going to fall, it's better to fall with eating chicken than the other stuff. So, and I'm like, okay, apologies to the chicken community, but, and the chicken, the spicy chicken curry just looked really good, or sounded really good. To the chicken community, but the chicken is good, you know, so it's been a long time. I won't eat it often, but once in a while I will backslide and eat some chicken, when, maybe during Winterlicious. Another few days. If there's an equal fish dish or a vegetarian dish, I would choose the fish. The vegetarian dish, the paneer, compared to this, no. I mean, you know, paneer is okay, but you know, you can only eat that much paneer. So I'm like, okay, let's go this way. So sorry, chicken, sorry. Anyway, bye for now. They packed up the chicken for me, and for dessert, they only had this gulab jamun. There was supposed to be a mango one as well. They ran out of that. And I think they have ras malai in the evening. So, and they have, you know, I'm not a big fan of gulab jamun. They have them everywhere for lunch and dinner specials and stuff. But, you know, this comes with a little bit of ice cream, which was a nice change, you know. And two big gulab jamuns. And I think they're fresh. Okay, everything was going fine. I stopped here at PetSmart. I got more of the fussy cat toppers that my kids like. I got a donut and coffee from the Tim's over there in the parking lot. Coming out, and the car is giving some trouble. It started to stall, and it's showing engine light, and it's not sounding good. It's not a good sign. Engine light is usually not a good sign. So now I'm going to check the oil level. I do have some extra oil in here, and the car does leak, and I keep an eye on it, but I'm hoping it's as simple as that. A bit of oil. I don't think that was it, because it's so hard to tell the oil level on this car, but it seemed to be okay, you know. I added a little bit. I don't want to overfill it, because last time this thing happened, I overfilled it, and then I had a major problem. I had to have it towed, and then have all the plugs changed and have all that stuff. Now, it seems to be okay. Good morning, everybody. It's the next day, and yesterday after I came back from the Winterlicious lunch, I just relaxed with the kids, did some writing, journal entries, some other writing, did some reading, and had a very good night with the babies on the bed with me, and Agita was nearby. She just came on the bed for a minute, and then she's in the living room where she's possibly under the bed. Let's see where she is. there she is. I saw her running from the living room. So we had a very good night, and pulls us slightly lower. You know, all the Winterlicious stuff and everything else, and you know, the time with the kids. Of course, the biggest pushes of all. Look at that. So I had a good day yesterday. Had a good night, and today the plan is go out for brunch. Maybe Winterlicious, maybe something else. Hello, everybody. It's now a little later, and we've got one of the babies there, and we've got one of the babies there, and we've got Agita there. And I fed the babies wet food. They enjoyed the flavors again. And I'm just going to sit here wearing my Carnimu t-shirt. And I just want to rant and rave a little bit because I was reading online stuff, you know, articles and things on my phone earlier today, and I looked up the reviews of Argyle, the movie, which I thought was awful, probably the worst film I've ever seen. And my my out-of-province friend, after I saw it, and I emailed her and I said, look, this is one of the worst movies I've ever seen, in spite of the fact that the cat is a lead actor. And that's one of the reasons I went to see the movie, because of the cat. And it turned out to be, the cat performance was awful. And my friend was like shocked. She was like going, there's a lead actor, as a cat actor, and you still hated the movie? And I go, it was awful, and the cat performance was awful. Now I discover there's all kinds of, you know, stuff about this. There's a background, you know, there's all kinds of gossip and things. And I read an article, a review by somebody else who was like ranting about the cat, going, they thought the cat was mostly CG. Computer generated, because it was just so like lifeless, and it was like horrific. It was like out of a horror movie rather than a real cat. But apparently it's a real cat, but there were a lot of computer generated sequences, because it had to like attack the bad guy and rip out its eye, rip out the bad guy's eyes. Bad guy, by the way, played by Bryan Cranston, which is such a shame, from Breaking Bad. And it was such a, you know, such an awful movie. And he just played a really one-dimensional bad guy in this, not like, you know, Walter White, but he was just like, it was just awful. It was supposed to be comedic, I think. But, and then the cat also had to, like, it was thrown out of the window and then landed safely, of course. And you had, like, humans, too. They died and then they came back to life because, you know, the bullet just went at a certain angle, and it just, and purposely, and they shot in such a way that it bypassed the heart. And this happened, like, 2-3 times, you know. So obviously, I mean, you know, they threw a cat out there, you know, 20 stories, and it fell on the trampoline, and it was fine, you know. But so for all of that, yes, I understand they had to use a computer generated cat. But even when the cat was sitting in the backpack, which was, you know, 90% of the cat's role was just sitting in the backpack with a bubble, you know. So even it looked awful. It looked computer generated. It didn't look like a real cat. Now, the story behind this is, apparently Matthew Vaughn, the director, married to Claudia Schiffer, the supermodel actress, you know, and she was the producer on this film. And apparently they hired a professional cat actor, but on the first day, the director didn't think that the cat actor was a good actor and wasn't cute enough. Now, because you're talking about a cat, not a human, you can say that and not be sued, you know? And so it thought the cat wasn't cute enough and fired him. Fired the cat, you know? And again, because it was a cat, you know, it was not, you know, the union, the actors union didn't step up, you know? And I don't know what kind of settlement, probably just some extra cat food or something. They fired the cat, and then he went home and he took their family cat. He just went up to his daughter's room and he said, I'm taking Chip. So the real name of the actor, really the Nepo actor, there's not really an actor. I mean, it was a family cat. They would have picked up, you know, Chip. And then 3 months, and Chip delivered an awful performance because he's not really an actor, you know? And it was a travesty The movie was a travesty, and the whole cat. And I was reading stuff where people were excited, like me. I went to see the movie only because of the cat, and there were other people who were excited and went to see the movie, and they were like going, "Oh, we were going to see the movie because of the cat," and it turned out to be mostly computer generated, and the acting that cat did was just awful. So I was like, and it turned out to be a Nepo cat, a Nepo baby. Just awful. So the other people also were roped into this, and they went to see it, and and somebody was saying, look, we were all so excited because there were so many dog movies in the past, like, Lcee and shit going back. So, but very few cat movies, and the cat movies that there are, like Puss in Boots, they're, animated, So, so everybody was excited, all the cat people, and it turned out to be just such an awful performance and a nepotism at its worst, So I'm just like, it wasn't just me. Anyway, that's my rant for the day. So I'm just going to spend a bit more time with the kids. Had a good evening, had a good night, had a good morning, and I'm going to get ready, go out for brunch. I don't know, maybe Winterlicious again, because it's the thing that's happening, or just Tibetan or whatever, and maybe wash the car. Everybody, I'm here at a place on Sulis, which I've seen before, but I've never actually eaten here. It's on Danforth. It's in Greektown. I usually go to Christina's right next door. So, they're having a Winterlicious special, so I've got a vegetarian appetizer and a fish main course, and then a Greek dessert. I just ordered. I got here about 20 to 3, and the Winterlicious runs till 3. So I missed my exit. I was thinking about that whole thing with the poor cat, the Nepo cat and all that stuff. And they fired the first cat because he wasn't cute enough. And you get away with that shit because it was cats, not humans. So I was just thinking about all of this, the stuff that cats have to deal with. And I missed my exit. But it's okay, I took the next exit. This is the appetizer. This is the zucchini croquettes, or, cutlets, or whatever they call them. They're actually quite good. They're nice cutlets, and they come with a warm pita, So, okay, this is the main course. Tilapia fillet, mashed potato, veggies, and I've got the pita. Good helping. It looks good. Let me taste it. It's actually quite tasty. I put more Tabasco. I wouldn't like to put the salt and pepper. I eat too much salt. But it's a good helping, mashed potatoes and veggies and really nice tilapia fillet. So, good food. Bye for now. I think so far this is one of my favorite, Winterlicious of this year. Bye for now. Hello everybody, here I am, back in the mini. It was a very nice lunch. And I ended up socializing, which happens, rarely in restaurants, but it happens occasionally. Remember the one, the gentleman I met, who now follows my podcast, when I was having the buffet up in North York. And today I was having my food, and I was taping, just as I normally do. And there was a gentleman sitting like 2 tables over, like no one sitting in between, and just before the dessert, he says, do you do a blog or a vlog? And I go, yes, as a matter of fact, I do. And he goes, what is it about? And I said, well, it's about all kinds of stuff, cats and cars and psychology and addiction and food and stuff like that. And then we started talking, and a gentleman, and his wife was in the area. She had another commitment, and he was having lunch. And we had a very nice conversation about India, And we talked about my parents and about India and a bit. And, I did mention, without going into details, as you know, I don't hold back. I said, some of my vlogs, some of my, podcasts are about my own struggles with addiction, and so I talked about, we talked for like half an hour, and it was a very interesting conversation. As I said, it happens occasionally. Actually, it's happened twice. This is the second time. First time was the chap I met in North York, who now actually follows my podcast, has the occasional question about psychology. So it was good. It was interesting. I was like, okay, I'm back, and I didn't actually wash the car. It wasn't all that dirty. It was just a little dust and a little, So I gave it a quick sponge bath here in the underground. Just I brought a wet cloth and some, cloth and some, a bottle of water, and I just gave it a very quick, so it's clean again. Now heading up to the kids. Bye for now. Hello everybody. I just got back, and Agita was settled in that little tent there. She's just come out, and one of the babies there. There. And then the other baby is there. You know? Okay, before I get changed and I start editing and posting the latest, vlog, or blog, whatever it is, I'm going to sit here and just do a very quick, as usual, synopsis of the week's events and thoughts and stuff like that. And then I will edit and post. So, on the whole, I don't think I have too much more to add this time. You know, there were polls, and when they came, they were very strong. I mean, it was after the 11-week mark, you know. So, I think Tuesday, Wednesday, they peaked, you know. But then after that, once I got over that kind of hurdle, I had lots of distractions with, the whole Winterlicious, picking up the glasses and the sunglasses and all of that stuff. And, you know, obviously the kids' biggest pushes of all, but the usual stuff, as my friend says, the usual distractions, you know, eating out, and in this case, Winterlicious. And going to see a movie. It turned out to be a very bad movie, but it was a distraction. And it did give me, you know, and it turned out that I wasn't the only one who hated it, and I wasn't the only one who saw that cat performance as just awful. And it turns out, you got nepotism in cats, in cat actors. I mean, the director just brought his own cat to act. You know, like he fired the real cat actor and just brought in his own cat. I mean, you know, Hollywood. You know? So anyway, so that was kind of funny, though. You know, the movie was just awful. I think it was supposed to be funny. I didn't see any humor in it. It was just one of the worst atrocities, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. But anyway, it gave me something to talk about. So we had that going on, and then the Winterlicious, and then I think today ended very nicely with the Winterlicious, and I ended up having a conversation again with a person sitting, a couple of tables down, and this conversation started because I was taping and asked if I did blogs or vlogs, and I go, yeah, I do, sort of, and he's what they're about, and then I go, they're about everything, about addiction, and cats, and cars, and food, and, you know, movies, and, you know, mostly cats and addiction, so, and food. Food plays a very big role. So, we talked about Winterlicious, and it was very nice. It was very, a very nice, civilized conversation, and a very interesting man, and it was good. You know, it was so we had I had that. So my socialization, I was a social cat for, you know, half an hour. So, and then back to the kids. And I gave the mini a sponge bath downstairs. So, and I had some more thoughts that I was going to go into, you know, sort of insights during the week and the whole Jungianism. And I think I said somewhere, I don't know if it's going to be included, but I said something, but I don't really think much of the Jungian approach anymore. I was I think that was the closest I've ever come to religion. You know? And they keep saying it's secular, but it's not. And the guy himself, he used the G word quite a bit, you know, the young guy, you know. And I know that the analyst I saw for many years, you know. I mean, you know, he objected to it, but they're grounded in that. It's you know. I'll do another podcast. You know, I had some insights this morning about, you know, sort of an alternative to the Jungian approach, but I kind of forgot. Insights aren't that much use of, and I was there was something I was going to suggest a bit, you know, because I'm moving away from that, even in terms of the dream interpretation, the way my analyst would interpret dreams, I'm kind of interpreting them more my own way now, you know, and I think that's where how I started thinking about the whole Jungian approach, and you know, and how there is a framework, and they are really a religion, you know, even though they won't admit it. So anyway, that's what some thoughts, but let's keep that for another time. And for the rest of the week, so we've made 12 weeks. Now, I know that the polls are going to be pretty strong during the week, but it's okay. Tomorrow, I got to go see the doctor, and that's always a good rechanneling. And, you know, and then I got to, you know, I'll have lunch somewhere, or I'll have lunch before. and then I just go day by day. I mean, more movies maybe, and the kids, of course, the biggest pushes of all. And then there are a few more days of Winterlicious, so we'll do that, And I'm doing my kind of Winterlicious reports. We'll do Winterlicious, So far, Winterlicious has been pretty good. I've been like 3-4 places, and all been very good helpings. The only one that I thought was overpriced was the one in the entertainment district. Right after seeing the Bad Cat movie, it was the place I think was really overpriced. It was a much higher price point. Today's was $27 plus tax and tip, and they include the tip, so it came to like $36, and I didn't even have a cola. So $36 total, and very nice food, and I've got leftover for today. So that's what's happening. 12 weeks clear for the Nutty Professor. Some strong pulls during the week, but just got over that, So some strong pulls, but made it, and lots of distractions. I mean, kids, biggest pushes of all. And then the movie, a bad one, but it was still a distraction. Winterlicious, big push, going out to Winterlicious. And I watched the Pacifica earlier in the week, and today I gave the mini a sponge bath, so it's kind of car wash. And a little bit of socialization thrown in there today with the diner and the restaurant, But Winterlicious and psychology in India and stuff like that, interesting, So it's kind of a balanced week for the professor of nuttiness, and I did talk to him. He asked, do you have anything to do with academia at all? I said, I get a panic attack if I said, I feel like throwing up if I even look in the direction of the university where I taught, I cannot. I said, I've gone so far from, I just don't know how I did academia for as long as I did. Anyway, that's a whole other thing. So, from the 4 of us, so from one baby there and Agita there. So, from the 4 of us, from Agita, 1 baby, and I see 2 baby over there, and from myself, the nuttiest, craziest, most fucked up professor to ever walk the face of the earth. Bye for now. See you next podcast. We're going into week 13, I guess. This is 12. So 12 weeks there, and we're going into 13. Bye for now.